folks. We're getting things back to normal here. I honestly don't know what happened. And that took a little longer than I thought it would take. We really did not lose any type of connectivity, but we lost all of our data. It just went away. And there for just a moment, I wasn't really sure we were going to get things back. But, yeah, okay, so we are back. We are back, and we continue to watch this situation across East Alabama and West Georgia. We have a special weather statement with this line of storms in Randolph County about to move into Heard County, right there along Highway 34. I mean, wow, we got some, this looks like we've got some pretty good size hail taking place now right there along the Randolph County, Heard County line. On Highway 34, right there at Waresville, as it heads towards Texas, Georgia. So that's north and east of Rock Mills, east of Springfield. And so the special weather statement will probably be dropped for Randolph County here in just a few moments. We have a new one that was just issued by the National Weather Service at Peachtree City. This is going to be for Heard County. And let me read the text of this to you. A strong thunderstorm will impact portions of northwestern Meriwether, Heard, northern Troup, and southwestern Coweta County through 12:45 p.m. Eastern. At 11:38, a strong thunderstorm was over Crystal Lake or near Roanoke. Now, it has since moved on over to the Georgia state line. It's radar indicated, and it will impact Franklin, Newnan, Hogansville, Grantville, Luthersville, Lone Oak, East Newnan, Powers Crossroads, Waresville, Texas, and Glenn, Georgia. So you don't want to be traveling 22 or 34, especially on the Georgia side, on 34 there, where you cross into the state of Georgia. Very, very heavy rainfall and most likely some significant hail falling right there in the core of that storm. Other than that, we've just got some scattered areas of heavy rain across Randolph up into Cleburne County, up there around Ranburne, I-20, raining there just east of Oxford. And then back down to the south, a couple of pockets of heavier rain showers in Clay County. The next heavy storm is this thing down here around Goodwater. This was maintaining a severe thunderstorm warning up until about 10 ago, and they dropped that severe thunderstorm warning, but we'll watch it as it continues moving east. You know, Goodwater, it wasn't but about an hour ago you had one of these storms move through. Well, here it comes again. But it's below severe limits, even though we do have some lightning and maybe some small hail with this storm as it moves east into Goodwater. Beginning to see some showers down in Chambers County, down around Lafayette. And then the Auburn Opelika is beginning to see some showers on I-85 up there in Chambers County. Beginning to see some of that stuff work its way into the Casita area, right there along 85. Valley, this is probably coming in your direction. Well, I know it's coming in your direction. It's probably going to get wet there in the Valley area here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Lynette, you've remained kind of dry, but this stuff's coming right up I-85, so the entire Valley area is going to get some of this. Not severe. There's nothing severe down here. But this is the area where we've seen the sun break through some this morning. And I told you earlier today that where the sun was making an appearance, we could see some enhanced showers this afternoon. And we are beginning to see numerous showers develop down here in the area where the clouds were at their thinnest this morning. All right, so there is a couple of other things I need to do, and we do not have any severe weather in the area at the moment. So I'm going to leave the radar shot up for just a few more minutes. We're going to watch this thing as it gets on into Heard County and make sure Peachtree City doesn't issue something on it. So we're going to ride this a few more moments. I'm going to leave the radar up, and I'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll talk about it some more as live severe weather coverage continues on Dr. Don's Weather. Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Dodd back in here with you as we continue to watch these heavy thunderstorms move across the area this morning. We welcome those of you who are listening to us on our FM radio stations this morning over in Clay County, Alabama, covering Clay, Tallapoosa, Coosa, and a large area there in central Alabama. WJHO 89.7, The Classic, and God's Country 90.9, WFAZ. We appreciate those fine folks jumping in here with us this morning so we can tell you what's going on across the area. And again, we have no severe warnings out there this morning. We have no tornado watches or anything like that. But we do have some very respectable thunderstorms moving through the area that are capable of going marginally severe at any moment. And we have one of those situations setting up right now over in southwest Clay County. So let me bring the radar current. And Bill, I'm going to address your comment here in just a second. But I want to talk about this Goodwater storm first. So we got a heavy cell right there around Goodwater, just north of Goodwater, and it's stretching up into extreme southwest Clay County. You got torrential rainfall again, all the way up Highway 9 up to Millerville, and then back out Highway 148 down there around Brownsville, very heavy rainfall. And that line continues all the way down across 280 down there in Coosa County. Heavy rainfall now in Hanover, all the way down to Hyssop and Rockford, along Highway 22, right there where 22 intersects with 231. Very heavy rainfall occurring there. And that continues all the way down to Kelly Crossroads on Highway 22, and then all the way back into Chilton County there where 22 intersects with Highway 31 and 31 intersects with Interstate 65 there in Chilton County. That is, I don't know, round number 42 since all of this started yesterday. And then as we look back further to the west, I mean, just look, would you? It just doesn't quit. Here we go, Demopolis. You got a severe thunderstorm warning for heavy thunderstorm there just north of downtown Demopolis. Straight line winds of 60 miles per hour and hail maybe up to 1 inch in diameter. And that stretches all the way back down I-59, I-20 down there to around York, Alabama, and even into Meridian, Mississippi. We have showers and thunderstorms continuing. Now, this is a washed out cold front, folks. We've been telling you for the last 24 to 48 hours that this is what the setup was going to be. This cold front was connected to a low pressure system that's racing across Tennessee and Kentucky, and that low pressure is going to become disconnected from this line of thunderstorms, or this cold front, and it's going to take off to the north. Well, when it does, it'll start taking some of this energy with it, but this leftover front is just going to sit across Alabama and Georgia for the next day or so. It's going to stall out somewhere around the I-85 corridor, we think. And then as we lose the heating of the day today, we'll see a lull in the action tonight. And then as the sun comes back up tomorrow, we're going to do this all over again tomorrow. And this front that will stall out somewhere around I-85 will lift back north tomorrow as a warm front. So I'm thinking probably another round of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning. Then by noon or shortly after noon tomorrow, this will have lifted back north of the I-20 corridor. And I think North Alabama gets socked in with showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon into New Year's Eve. And then on Saturday, here comes the main cold front and finally pushes all of this out of here. But unfortunately, it is going to bring yet another significant threat of severe weather sometime New Year's Day. And we could be looking at a real nasty setup on Saturday. So we're going to continue to watch that for you as we move forward. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning. That is for that storm over there in Green and Hail over in West Alabama. And the verbiage on this is a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. on that West Alabama storm. Now, the trajectory of this particular complex is probably going to go a little bit further south. So this is probably going to be more of a maybe a southern Chilton County, Autauga County, Lowndes County, Montgomery County storm. So you folks down here in central and southern Tallapoosa County, which you haven't seen a whole lot. You've got one down there now, but it's not severe. And southern Chambers and Lee County, as we get into the afternoon hours, this stuff over here in West Alabama most likely will move into your area. I'm thinking that this stuff that's moving across central Clay down into Coosa and the stuff that's exiting Randolph over into Hurd may be the last, I say may be the last of the real heavy stuff for the day, though you're going to have scattered showers and a rumble of thunder or two from time to time pretty much the rest of the day up here in central Alabama until we can get all of this stuff down here around the I-85 corridor. So it's just going to be one of those days. I mean, just round after round after round of showers and thunderstorms. But the only warning we have valid right now in Alabama or Georgia is this severe thunderstorm warning over here just north of Demopolis, moving off to the east. Good morning, Valley, Alabama. Nice to have you watching us this morning. You got scattered showers down there, but nothing severe. Roanoke, you got scattered showers around again, but the heaviest stuff for the moment has moved on over into Hurd County, but the rain continues there in Roanoke, all the way back up to Roxton and back down to Wadley. But all of that is below severe limits. Special weather statement covering this storm over here in Hurd County. Now it's just southwest of Franklin, the heaviest part of it is. And that's going to head on over toward downtown Newnan. All right, so I'm going to recap this situation one more time, and then we're going to, because we have no severe weather ongoing across East Alabama at the moment. Typically, our threshold is a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado watch with storms in the area. That's normally what triggers us to go live and do wall-to-wall coverage. Well, we don't have that going on right now. The only warning we have is back down there by Demopolis, Alabama. So I'm going to set this up for you and give you my thoughts one more time. Then we're going to step aside and we'll continue to watch this. And, of course, we'll be back if conditions warrant, or if we were to have a warning issued by the Weather Service. So this line of thunderstorms has been ongoing now since about 9 o'clock last night. It really has not stopped ever since. We had a tornado watch in place last night, and we had a couple of thunderstorms that possibly produced a tornado, one up there in Winfield, Alabama, and the other one over in Chilton County. Though we haven't heard of a tremendous amount of damage down there in Chilton County, I have seen reports of some trees down. A lot of damage up there in Winfield, Alabama, though, from that tornado that hit the downtown district yesterday afternoon. So we made it through that significant tornado threat yesterday afternoon, and then this line has just kind of been hanging out across central and east Alabama and west Georgia throughout the overnight hours and into the morning hours, and we've had a couple of storms go severe this morning. And that storm that came through the Corinth community about an hour ago was showing some signs of rotating, though it never did produce anything of any great significance as far as rotation is concerned. And that now has moved on over into Hurd County. We have another strong cell there from about Ashland, Alabama, down to extreme northwest Tallapoosa, down into central Coosa, that's moving on off to the east. Let's see if we can run a track on this one. It's not going to cooperate. if we can get the reflectivity back on the board. We're in business. Now we're having data trouble again. Here we go. All right, so this line moving in this general direction. And there are your estimated times of arrival. Alexander City at about 11:14 this morning. Mountain Community up in Clay County at around 11:20. New Site about 11:22. Jackson's Gap around 11:26. Davidson around 11:31. Wadley 11:35. Buxton 11:36. Dickert around 11:44. 5 Points 11:56. And Lafayette right there around noontime before it gets into central Chambers County. And that's the heaviest part of it, so the north end of it probably will move through Roanoke, but the heaviest part of it, for the moment, that could change, is a little bit south down into extreme southern, right there along the Clay, Tallapoosa County line where you see all that lightning output. That's the heaviest part of the storm. I'll take you in a little bit closer on that so you can see the resolution a little bit better on your phone. There you go. And so that's what we're looking at as far as the forward progress of this particular storm. And we'll keep an eye on these smaller storms down here that are forming from Kalijah back over to Camp Hill and just north of Auburn, and then back up I-85, back up toward Casita. So that's what we got right there, my friends. Just some heavy showers and lots of lightning in some of these storms, maybe even some small hail. We're going to continue to watch this as we go throughout the afternoon. There's one question: is there a tornado threat? Well, anytime you have a thunderstorm, there is a tornado threat, but it is extremely low. We don't have any veering of the upper levels of the atmosphere going on today, so the tornado threat would be very, very small today. But you can never say never when you have thunderstorms around. I would remain weather aware this afternoon, but this is on the low end scale, and I don't anticipate a lot of severe weather. Yeah, Miss Vivian, that line of storms coming out of south central Clay down into northwest Tallapoosa and central Coosa is going to move through the Jackson Gap area, Daviston area over the next 30 minutes or so, maybe 45 minutes. But again, it's not severe at this moment. So, hey, Joe Knight, good to see you in there. So we're going to step aside, and again, we're going to continue to watch this offline. And if we were to get any severe warnings, we'll be right back with you, and we'll continue with our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. I invite you again to head over to our website, drdonwx.com, to help support us here at Dr. Don's Weather. I just put the link there for you in the chat. All you got to do is click on that, and when you get to the website, upper right-hand corner, you'll see a button that says Donate. We appreciate anything you can do to help us. Also, don't forget to download that Dr. Don Weather app, so when we go live for severe weather, you'll get that push notification. All right, so I've already done this once today. I'm going to bid you farewell for now. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'll see you back in here when it becomes necessary, or tomorrow morning for your primetime forecast, whichever comes first. From Dr. Don's Weather. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Thursday.